Hi everybody, Dan Illman here taking a look at the feature race at Del Mar on Sunday. Here's the field for the Grade 3 La Jolla Handicap. We are going a mile and a 16th on the turf for 3-year-olds. Only a field of 6 in this race. Pace might make the race. Cue the Timeform US Pace Projector. They're expecting the one Stiletto Boy to make the lead in his turf debut, as he did in his most recent start, a gate-to-wire gambit at a big price in the Iowa Derby. Now, this horse does have some turf pedigree. He is by Shackleford, only 9% with first-time turf runners, but the bottom side of the family is all grass. All 3 of the dam's lifetime wins came on the turf. She has already foaled 4 turf winners. Stiletto Boy earned a 95 Beyer speed figure when upsetting the Iowa Derby, and if he runs back to that number, he's going to win the Grade 3 La Jolla. The question is, can he transfer that good dirt form to turf? And if you want to sort of pick apart the Iowa Derby as a whole, it was a race where there was no closing going on. 2 long shots ran 1-2 all the way around the track, and the track at Prairie Meadows seemed to be speed favoring on Iowa Derby day. So maybe Stiletto Boy was aided by a bias. That being said, he's a talented horse, first time for these connections. The 2 is Y-Fire, and Y-Fire can be part of the pace as well. He showed sprint speed 2 starts back. In his first start as a 3-year-old, he probably needed the race. He got a little bit tired at the end, and then last time out, he was stretched out for the first time here at Del Mar earlier in the meet. He had a terrible start. He was pinched back badly. He was then lit up and pulled his jockey down towards the inside in the early portion of the race. And all in all, to be only beaten 2.5 lengths, actually passing some tired horses in the stretch, I think it was a pretty decent effort. This horse has ability, and with a clean break, maybe he'll pressure Stiletto Boy for the lead or outright take the lead. He has that kind of speed. Hudson Ridge is the 3, and in some ways he's simply the horse to beat. He's found himself in his last 2 starts for Bob Baffert. He won the Cinema 2-back, and then this race on June the 18th, set a great trip in this mile and an 1/8 event. The speeds went. He sat right in behind. When it was time to go, he went. The runner-up, Flashiest, came back to win a stakes race at Del Mar. His tactical speed puts him in good stead. The 2 horses to the inside figure to go. He might tuck inside and get a similar trip as last time. Cathkin Peak is the 4. This horse won the Eddie Logan as a 2-year-old, and he did it with an 85 Beyer. That's nothing to sneeze at. A 2-year-old earning an 85 Beyer speed figure on the grass. Only 1 start this year. The race will show you right now the Pasadena. He had the misfortune to tackle Rock Your World, who took them gate to wire, and then bounced out of that race to win the Santa Anita Derby with a 100 Beyer speed figure. Cathkin Peak, all in all, a good trip. Saved ground in behind the leaders. Just no match for Rock Your World on that day. He has to deal with a layoff, but this horse has some talent, and if the pace gets a little hot up front, Cathkin Peak's going to be running at the end. Zaffarelli is the X-Factor, shipping in from Europe and now under the tutelage of Jeff Mullins. Second last time out in a handicap overseas in Great Britain. All in all, I thought the trip was there for him as the favorite. He basically raced in the pocket, maybe in just a little bit tight in the stretch, but a hole opened up. He shot on through. He was running at the end of that race to be beaten ahead. I do think he's going to have to find a little bit more as he faces these graded stakes foes. 7 starts overseas, 5 runner-up efforts. Sword Zorro completes the field, ready a stakes winner on the turf. He won the Singletary 2 starts back, and Hudson Ridge then beat him in the Cinema last time out. This horse has improved with each and every start from a Beyer speed figure standpoint. I like him at these middle distances, and he's a kind of horse who certainly has the scope for improvement. If he goes off at a decent price in this race, you might want to consider using Sword Zorro, who looks to be coming into his own. I'm going to go with Hudson Ridge in here. I just think the trip's going to work out. The 2 inside speeds go. He sits 3rd. He gets the jump on everybody else as he looks to make it 3 in a row in the La Jolla at Del Mar on Sunday. Good luck.